we've strayed pretty far from my original point. We've got people behind me. Well, hold on. I'm just going to give you an opportunity to clearly answer the questions that I had. Given that you are anti-immigration.
Anti-illegal immigration.
Okay, fine. Anti-illegal immigration.
Yes.
That's fine. I'll grant you that.
I want more Elon Musk and less Elon Omars. Does that make sense?
Well, that's bait, but okay.
So that's the type of legal immigration I want. More Elons, less Elons.
Okay. We're going to ignore that bait.
No, but that's my answer. I mean,
you have
merit over
earlier
Muslim totalitarianism.
You just said you are against some highly educated, highly skilled immigrants that come in based on your personal criteria, fine, and you are against training our young people to fill their shoes. How does this make America more competitive? Okay, and you've spent a lot of time talking about immigration and the fact that some college degrees are worthless, but you have not at all addressed how your viewpoints make America more competitive.
Apprenticeships, trade schools, community colleges. There's other options than four-year colleges to be able to get skills, of which...
Hey my love, so you're welcome back to my channel. It's your girl BB Hayfus Reacts, and I'm back again for another Charlie Kirk video. So I bring to you Charlie Kirk, and the title of this one is Charlie Kirk Destroys the Final Boss of Woke College Indoctrination. I repeat, Charlie Kirk destroys the final boss of woke college indoctrination. So I can't wait for us to watch this. I believe this is going to be very intriguing. It's going to be very overwhelming, right? So if you haven't subscribed, do what to do the needful. Subscribe, give us a thumbs up. Without further ado, let's get right into this video.
Go. Yeah. Okay, cool. So you've talked a little bit about American competitiveness tonight. And I'm getting a sense that you're also not a huge fan of college. Is that correct?
Somewhat, yeah.
Okay, somewhat. And you are also not a fan of immigration. So given those two stances, you are proposing cutting off a substantial part of America's labor supply, both in skilled and unskilled sectors. And you're not encouraging young people, or rather you are actively discouraging young people from gaining the necessary skills to replace the skilled immigrants that are coming in. So given that you hold these two stances, how is America going to become more competitive when you, especially in fields that require highly skilled labor, such as medical research and material science and engineering?
Well, of course I want people to get skills, so that's not a correct representation. Does college provide skills to the majority of people that go? Does a woman's study degree give you any skills that was going to help us fight China?
Well, you're taking, and I know why you're doing
this. That's a majority of degrees, and people that go to college are in the social sciences, are in communications, and they're in irrelevant degrees. A majority. So a majority of the 21 million people that are in college right now are there studying stuff that you and I would laugh at.
Oh, I wouldn't laugh at that at all. I think that people go to college for a variety of reasons.
No, I know that. But do you think that when we're looking at American competitiveness, studying North African lesbian poetry is going to make us more competitive?
Well, I don't think that a person's decision to pursue an education should be determined by what is necessarily for the greater good of the country.
That's a separate issue. I'm not even contending that. Everyone has a right to do that. You can make whatever path you want. I'm making a broader macro point of competitiveness, that when you have millions of your best people studying stuff that's complete trash and complete nonsense, to just go become mid-level manager, paper pusher bureaucrats, not good. So I do have to ask the question.
Well, you haven't answered my question yet, because you're going on and you're talking about, okay, some degrees are not going to make America...
not some.
Okay,
a majority.
I'll grant you that. So you're saying a majority of degrees that are granted in the United States are not going to make America competitive in STEM fields. Okay, fine. I asked, given that you are anti-immigration and that you are disparaging going to college in general...
I'm anti-illegal immigration, just to make sure. I'm anti-foreigners breaking into our country. So I have to clarify you on my position, but go ahead.
So the Trump administration's deportation of academics, that's bad, you would say?
Well, again, it depends on what they're being deported for and what they're teaching and the criteria around that.
So the cancer researcher at, what was it, Harvard? Some Boston University that was deported for forgetting to declare frog embryos in her carry-on. That was a dangerous person that needed to be deported. Would you agree with that?
I don't know enough about the frog embryo thief.
Oh, okay. Thief? Oh, no. These were samples
smuggler.
Related to her research.
Frog embryo smuggler. Let's talk more broadly, though. If we are thinking about going up against China, do we want more universities that are of the liberal arts direction, or more that are doing really like artificial intelligence preparedness, astrophysics, engineering, of which, of course, I totally support, but that's less than 12% of all students that go to college study those things.
So you're asking, what's
going to make us more competitive? The current college model, or one that is significantly changed and somewhat reconfigured?
Well, your premise is that we're competing against China.
I would say we're an enemy with the Chinese Communist Party, not just a trading partner, that they're an enemy of the United States. But I don't want to go too far down that rabbit hole. Back to immigration. I'm against illegal immigration. I want the best people to be here, merit-based, but I don't believe immigration is a charity. You should not come here just because you want to, and we're not going to open our doors as just an act of benevolency. We want the best people that are going to assimilate and make our country more competitive.
So you don't think we should open our doors to anyone with, say, a PhD or a highly skilled?
No, it depends. If you have a PhD and you've written extensively on how the atom was split, and you're from Japan, then yeah, we'll entertain you coming to this country, and we want that, of course. But again, you have to have some nuance into who you're going to let into our country, not just your blanket statement, let anybody with a PhD come into America. That's silly.
You don't think that humanities have any value at all? So history.
Well, I do actually. The way that it's taught and configured. So are you here at University of Wyoming?
Yes, I am.
Okay. Are you in the humanities, or what are you?
Oh, it depends on who you ask. I'm studying to be a doctor of economics.
Oh, great. Good.
Yeah.
So you guys have spent a lot of time studying Thomas Sowell.
Yes.
And Milton Friedman.
Yes.
And F.A. Hayek and Ludwig von Mises.
Yes.
All of that.
My work is actually quite closely related to Friedrich Hayek.
Great. So do you think most college kids across the country are learning Hayek?
Actually, yes. I was introduced to Hayek and Bastiat.
That's a joke, and you know it. Like,
oh, really?
You're the first economics student in the country I ever know that even knows who Hayek is.
Well, I think that's because a lot of people enter economics thinking that it's just another business degree, that it's just about how to run a firm.
It's a rigorous study to obviously go after. The humanities, as they're configured, are wretched to the core with anti-Western teaching, anti-American literature.
What do you mean, anti-Western teaching?
An emphasis on Herbert Marcuse and Angela Davis and Kimberly Crenshaw and Judith Butler and Derek Bell.
What's wrong with Angela Davis? She's a great woman.
What, Angela Davis, the outspoken vocal communist?
Yeah.
She's a great woman.
Yeah.
Okay. Wow. Yeah. That's why kids shouldn't go to college, to learn from communists. That proves my point. Angela Davis has nothing to offer to the academy. She is the disciple of Herbert Marcuse.
You don't think a diverse education in political theory is useful?
You can learn about those perspectives, but studying them as your primary perspective, do you think
who's studying Angela Davis as their primary perspective? That's a leap. That is a leap.
No, hold on. Angela Davis is, or the postmodern school of thought, brought to you by Marcuse and the Frankfurt School and Jacques Derrida, is the predominant philosophical worldview that is put forward in the humanities across the country. That is a fact.
We've strayed pretty far from my original point. We've got people behind me. Well, hold on. I'm just going to give you an opportunity to clearly answer the questions that I had, given that you are anti-immigration.
Anti-illegal immigration.
Okay, fine. Anti-illegal immigration. Yes. That's fine. I'll grant you that.
I want more Elon Musk and less Elon Omars. Does that make sense?
Well, that's bait, but okay.
So that's the type of legal immigration I want. More Elons, less Elons.
Okay. We're going to ignore that bait.
No, but that's my answer. I mean,
you have
merit over Muslim totalitarianism.
You just said you are against some highly educated, highly skilled immigrants that come in based on your personal criteria. Fine. And you are against training our young people to fill their shoes. How does this make America more competitive? Okay, and you've spent a lot of time talking about immigration and the fact that some college degrees are worthless, but you have not at all addressed how your viewpoints make America more competitive.
Apprenticeships, trade schools, community colleges. There's other options than four-year colleges to be able to get skills, of which I highly support. Did you know there are 11 million job openings in this country right now that do not require a college degree, that just require some form of technical training? So yes, we need less people going to college and more people that are going to enter the muscular class of this country.
Community college isn't going to teach you how to cure cancer, but that's my time, all right?
Okay, but a community college actually might teach you how to change a tire, which millions of Americans don't know how to do. Okay, thank you for your time.
So thank you so much for watching. It's Charlie Kirk. Charlie Kirk, and trust me, I do not own any right to this content. So now, talking about education, you guys know that I am a huge fan of education. I mean, education is the best legacy you can give to anyone. Education gives you an edge in the society, right? Now, in as much as education is very good, I tell people to still look for a course that is very lucrative. Look for a course that have some significant relevance in the society you find yourself. Most people, when they enter college, they just pick any course and they start studying, and then you ask yourself, why are you studying? You ask those people, why are you studying this course? Because if you look at the society, if you look at our present world, there are some things you need to study that will make you stand out and make you relevant in today's world. You can't just go into a college and you pick any course and you want to study. It doesn't really make sense. There are lucrative courses like engineering course. There are lucrative courses like nursing. There are doctors. There are tech, people that computer engineering, people that are studying tech. There are lucrative jobs that are thriving in this 21st century. So if you want to go to college, education is the best legacy, right? But then let's be real of the kind of course we study. Someone cannot just tell me you're studying economics or you're studying mathematics and you're like, so what edge will it give you in today's society? So just like I used to say, Charlie did not go to college. But looking at Charlie, you know that Charlie is grounded intellectually. Charlie has studied. Charlie took his time to gather facts. He's intellectual upstairs. So it's not all about going to college. It's all about being grounded so that you can be able to stand the test of time in today's world. Now, they also talk about illegal immigrants. I used to say this countless times on my channel, that if you are leaving your country to another country, please be very mindful of the processes and follow due process. Don't go through illegal means. Illegal means has never helped anyone. I don't know why people keep going through illegal immigration. It has never helped anyone. A lot of people have been killed. A lot of things have happened through illegal ways. So let's retrace our step. Let's do what is right. Thank you so much for watching. Trust me, I do not own any right to this content. I'm just reacting to it by adding my own feedback and commentaries. And if you haven't subscribed, the word to hit the subscribe button. Subscribe, give us a huge thumbs up. I love you guys so much, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.